I'm not late. You are. Hello, everyone. Welcome to BayernNow, the ultimate Bayern Munich fan channel. So, life is happening. Things are happening, as that one journalist says. So, yeah, Sadio Mane injured. I think his injury got worse. Apparently, it was just a little shock to the knee, 2 weeks to recover. He was going to miss the first few games of the World Cup. You know, it's funny. I read this story. Mane's going to miss the first few games in the World Cup, and I'm like, there's only like 3 games. This is so. What do you mean the first few games? When you start saying he's going to miss a couple of games, you really mean he's going to miss the competition. This is sad for Mane. And honestly, Nagelsmann has to take a little bit of blame. He never rotated Mane, even when Mane was playing bad. He never took him off. Mane played a useless game and then another useless game. So he should have been rotating Mane because we know what's going to happen. When you keep playing him, he's going to get injured. It happened with Sane, but luckily with Leroy Sane, he got injured. And there was a nice little cushion of time for him to recover and come back to the point of him starting a game. So Sane was a different situation. But Mane, man, to be playing a player that much before a World Cup is crazy. We all knew this World Cup is unprecedented to begin with. A World Cup in November, it still doesn't really feel real. So now he got an additional injury. He'll be sidelined for about 3 months, and he is a doubt for the first leg against Paris Saint-Germain. I don't really care that much. It's not like Mane is our main man. If we don't have him, we can't win. That's Liverpool. Liverpool needed Mane, and and losing him means they lose more. But for us, yeah, he hasn't been that good, and it's not one of those things where good he got injured. No, man, this sucks. I feel really bad for him. The World Cup's your dream. Has Mane been at a World Cup before? I swear I've never seen Senegal qualify. Maybe they did qualify in 2018, but got out early. Yeah, man, Mane deserves to be at the World Cup. He worked so hard, won the AFCON with Senegal. So it is a really sad thing going on. I feel bad for him. Prayers out. I hope he recovers. This really sucks. For a player like him, to represent his country, I think he's captain. I'm not exactly sure, but to represent his country at the world stage is something unique. You only get this opportunity as a player maybe 3 times max in your career. How many players do you see play in 4 different World Cups? Not that many. Not that many. It's always 3 World Cups because you're in, when you're young, which is cool why a player like Mukoko is heading to the World Cup. A Musiala can play 4 World Cups because he's playing in different eras. He's 18 or 19 now, and he's going to play here in 4 years, and then another 4 years, and then perhaps when he's like 33. Thomas Muller might be the only player to 2014, 2018. Wait, he didn't even play in 2018, right? 2018 doesn't count. Muller, it doesn't count. Germany, it didn't count. That World Cup didn't count. In fact, if anything, to be honest, this World Cup is just weird. It doesn't have the same nostalgia as other World Cups. The song for this World Cup, I thought the 2018 song was bad. They don't really even have a song. It's just weird. I saw this commercial. Was it Budweiser? No, it had to have been a different Nike. Nike did a commercial, and it was like the football verse, football, like all these players from old and past. It was a cool commercial, and they were bringing players with a time machine to the future and having them test out their skills. It was really unique. I loved it. The CGI on there was top notch. And then there was a moment where Carly Lloyd took the ball from my boy Ronaldinho, and I felt offended. Look, I don't mind women's soccer. Sorry. Football, women's football. But it ain't the same. Let's stop pretending like Carly Lloyd would defend Ronaldinho. That offended me so much. If you look at my YouTube watch history, I started watching Ronaldinho highlights to wash my eyes of the sin I just watched. I needed to repent after that. So, Speed made the best song. That is true. World Cup. Never thought in my life I'd be celebrating a Speed World Cup song, but honestly, it was better than Lil Baby's track. Look, rappers making songs for the world, it just doesn't work, man. Shakira, making that song, that was special, unique. Waving flag, let me freedom, give me fire, give me baby. That's nostalgia, you know? That's nostalgia. But it's just the new ones are just all cringe. I saw the one of the official ones, and it was just Saudi Arabia, no, not Qatar, and it was some clothes, and it was mixing, and I'm like, bro, I get it, it's part of the culture, but it just make the song, right? The World Cup isn't just about Qatar. It's about it's being hosted in Qatar, but it's about bringing together the entire world. And the Brazil World Cup was probably the best World Cup in history, man. The corruption was non-existent. Germany ended up winning. Germany beat Brazil by that much. But it wasn't just that. The songs, the beaches of Rio de Janeiro. Oh my gosh, man. Brazil had the best World Cup. South Africa wasn't too bad. So yeah, if you want to ever have a world, I think the one in the U.S. that's coming up, people are probably going to overlook that because it's America, But the stadiums will be big. It'll be easy to travel here. No one's traveling to Qatar. Like they're hiring Pakistani people to walk around acting like they're German. Come on, dog. You're not Philippe Stock. You're Pajit, bro. Just admit it. It's all right. We don't mind. But it is unusual what they're doing. Just hiring random dorks to sit around and act like they're German, they're Portuguese. To be fair, most of Portugal's supporters won't be from Portugal. Let's be real here. True for Argentina as well. Anyways, I just think it's a really odd World Cup, man. I'm curious what the stadiums are going to look like. They're trying to show British people, and I don't even see. Look, I, in order for me to believe someone is British, they need to be wearing skinny jeans, a weird T-shirt, and they need to be. That picture. It's like some British dudes holding alcohol, and they're all young and they look the exact same. I need to see James, John, George. That's my name, George. Carter. The British guy. I need to see them looking British, dude. That's British. I don't want to see some random Pakistani workers being paid to be excited. That's so cringe, man. So I hope the World Cup is actually different. I hope the stadiums, the atmosphere is the same. That's the beauty of the World Cup. People standing up and supporting their country. If no one looks like they're from their country, it's a very unusual event. It's like, what is this? It's just weird. So the one in the U.S. and Canada, and I think Mexico's helping too. That's going to be a huge tournament. Also, I think this is the last World Cup with only 32 teams, or is it more? I don't know. How many teams are here now? Well, we know they're doubling the teams in the next World Cup. Everyone's complaining, but let's be real here. We're still going to watch. Also, it's going to be in the summer. A World Cup in America will blow the world apart, man. I think because it's so much more modern, it's going to be different. It's going to be really different. The U.S. economy is going to love that World Cup. Let's be honest here. We already have the stadiums, the infrastructure. We have the Las Vegas Stadium. I think that's where the final is. The Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia. So there's so many beautiful, like modernized stadiums that I'm really curious how a World Cup happens in America. Also, the environments are so different. You could be in Florida, it's sunny, but then, well, actually, since it's the summer, it's actually perfect. You don't want to be in Phoenix, in Arizona. You don't want to be in Texas where it's humid and 100 degrees. You want to be in the middle of the country, and I think that would be beautiful. Imagine, a nice little game in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, or a nice game. Vegas is going to be hot. It actually not that hot. It's just going to look. Players are going to sweat. They're professionals. They know what they're doing. If anything, hot weather games are better I think players, go into challenges with more impetus. Is Coman injured? Oh my God. Coman's trending on Twitter. I swear. Bayern players are always trending on Twitter. Sabitzer is number one. Damn, you love Sabitzer, don't you, man? South America or African World Cups in the summer just give a different vibe. Yeah, man. The AFCON in Cameroon was it was crazy. But yeah, I think in America, you're going to see like they're going to corporatize that World Cup so much, man. It's going to be a joke. It's going to be so commercially available. I'm telling you. Americans that never watch soccer, football, what's going on with me, man? Am I okay? Football will suddenly care. And it's just going to be crazy to watch. Just pay attention to how the American media makes this World Cup about Americans because they love advertising themselves. Well, I guess we love advertising ourselves. So I think 2026 will be a return to normalization. We had two different World Cups in Russia and Qatar, countries with controversies, political statements needing to be made. Now we can have a World Cup in a country that it probably is probably worse than Qatar and when it comes to human rights. We bomb everyone, but at least we don't tell you about it. So it should look better. Less politics, I hope. Really, it just means more rainbow flags. Let's be real here. It just means that. I don't know. This World Cup is it's just weird. The nostalgia is not the same. I'm not even looking forward to it like I usually do. But it should be interesting. I'm looking forward to Musiala. I'm looking forward to Sane. I'm looking forward to Messi. I'm looking forward to Brazil, Neymar, my boys, all my bowlers. I'm looking forward to watching them, but I'm not looking forward to the competition. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens, though. It should be interesting either way. If World Cup ambassadors it would be George. If they hired me as a World Cup ambassador, might need to fly out to the US for that World Cup, to be honest. Yeah, I think that's why World Cup in Brazil, America, countries, let's be real here. If you're a chick walking around in Qatar, it ain't safe for you. Let's be real. Can we be honest? It ain't safe for you. You're walking around with blonde hair. It ain't safe for you. It ain't safe. If you're gay, it ain't safe. Like, let's be real here, man. That's why this World Cup's so controversial. It's just in a really different world. It's taking place, and yeah, I don't mind. I think the Middle East deserves football, but the and also it's not just if you're a chick from England in Europe, it's different for you. But it's also the fact that slaves were essentially used to build these stadiums. And look, that's not the biggest atrocity that is happening. China's killing people right now. So no World Cups in China. But it's just the fact that it's weird, People died to have this World Cup here. And the way it got here was so corrupt that no one believed it. And now we have it here. We have no choice. Now we have to change our World Cup schedule to fit this, small country that no one knew existed before the World Cup. And the only reason they really fought to have the World Cup here was so their economy would grow for years and decades to come. Qataris are probably really professional people, but the people that are their leaders definitely had their ways of letting this happen. I think 15 of 20 of the FIFA officials that were involved in this World Cup happening got indicted on bribery charges, and some of them got arrested. So it's not like it's a far-fetched theory that some of that money found its way into some people's pockets and allowed them to make this bad decision. So, especially with the great protest from the majority of people, you don't think FIFA officials knew people wouldn't necessarily look at Qatar? Qatar didn't even have any stadiums for the World Cup when they got picked. So, yeah, and it's the same thing with Russia. I don't know how Russia got that World Cup. Look, Can we just make an agreement that World Cup should be held in countries that women can walk freely in, um, drive as well? just that, just so we don't have to think about it. You know what I'm saying? Just so it's not in the back of our minds. World Cup shouldn't have been in Qatar. It's so controversial. So many people died. Yeah, man, give us a nice little Nigeria. Imagine Nigeria hosting a World Cup, or I don't just any country that doesn't do this. I don't look. Thailand. No, I wouldn't mind it. Honestly, I wouldn't mind the World Cup in India if they had the facilities for it. But I don't think India is a big footballing nation. How about just not every country needs to host the World Cup, just the countries that can host it. Yeah, I doubt players. How about Australia? I would not mind a World Cup in Australia. I wouldn't mind that. They're not a big footballing nation, but it's such a neutral place. No one's going to hate it. Yeah, no one's going to be like, Australia. The Kangaroos are hosting a World Cup. No. Or Australia/New Zealand. That would be cool. How about a World Cup in Denmark or Sweden combined, or just Scandinavia? Scandinavia World Cup, just the 4 countries or so, and pick a good stadium to host the final. I don't even think they have the stadiums, but they can build it, just not with slaves. How about just Canada by itself, or Mexico? Mexico has nice stadiums, I'm guessing. Or give us a Spain. Germany's going to host the World Cup at some point. Yeah, man. Give us a global game. It's cool that they're hosting it in America because it's a great way to grow the sport here in the biggest, I guess, the richest sports country in the world, right? People spend so much money on sport teams. Like, it's like a cult. You just keep college football here. Some college football teams are worth more than the majority of European teams. We're talking about college football. So it's not even the NFL or an NBA team. We're talking about college football. You have parents packing 50,000 capacity stadiums for every game. And it's like, bro, that's millions of dollars every match day. And they're playing so many games. College football, not the NFL. And just recently, athletes could make sponsorship agreements. So, yeah, I think it's interesting how people don't, I think it's going to be interesting how football grows as a business and as a sport globally, hosting in America. So that's just my opinion. People hate it. America's so bad, but the money ain't. That's what I'm saying. Like when people spend money for teams here, they do. They really be buying 10 jerseys and they really go after it because America's the only country in the world that is stupid enough to keep spending that much money on things that ultimately mean nothing. I don't think Germans are sitting there. Well, now that I say it, yeah, maybe just the Western nations. Yeah, I don't think an Indian sitting there or someone from Thailand. Actually, India is very developing fast. All right, and a Nigerian is sitting there. Nigeria is developing fast too. Okay, North Koreans. I don't think North Koreans are sitting there thinking, how many jerseys can I buy to support my players? They're thinking, where's my next meal coming from? So that's the difference, right? Even Brazil. Brazil isn't the greatest, most developed country in the world. And the World Cup there was so successful. My favorite World Cup, the nostalgia. That's where I became an Iron Robin fan. 2014 was the best year of my life, man. I'm not gonna lie. Still remember watching Germany dominate. I watched the Netherlands beat Spain. Robin's run. The nostalgia. So good, man. I'm not even gonna lie. The Russian World Cup wasn't that bad either. I think the quality, the fans, it's just, I don't know, man. I just wish we didn't have any politics in the world and everyone just kind of enjoyed football. It's better than that he missed because he'll be fit for PSG. If we're being real here, I don't think Mane should be starting against PSG. But yeah, I think Nagelsmann overplayed him. To be honest, that's sad. Isn't that sad? Super sad. But I hope he's good. I hope he's good. Man, what city is this? Nah, Qatar looks beautiful, man. I saw like a dude, I don't know, the Middle East just has this like technological advancement. I'm like, bro, why don't we have this here in America? I don't know, because there's homeless people everywhere. And I don't think you could be homeless in Qatar. You're getting kicked out the country if you're not working and doing something. If you have a mental problem, good luck. But yeah, I think the way they structure their society when it comes to on one thing, alcohol is bad for you. So they have a deal with Budweiser, drink wiser, and something like that. Well, yeah, they're putting these beer stations at very like unknown locations, avoiding the drunk fans. Let's be honest here, Europe, Europeans, Germans, English people, maybe Spanish people, Italians for sure. They all drink at games. I heard a story, and no, I watched a video, not heard a story. Someone left the Bayern game, and there was just beer cans and beer just everywhere, man, on the streets. And who's cleaning that? Well, city workers. And so Qatar's trying to avoid just the alcohol, man. They're trying to avoid it as much as they can. I don't mind, right? I mean, it is a Muslim country, so they don't drink anyways. So y'all should be lucky to be getting beer stations, and you're only allowed like 4 beers per order. So I don't mind that. That's a W for me because it stops people from getting drunk and doing stupid things. So the stadiums could be better and more, kid friendly. You know what I'm saying? Should work. I remember the Van Persie header, man. For I don't know. Soccer for everyone should stop. You should stop. That's. I didn't say it's not for everyone. I said it's not for Qatar specifically. If we had the World Cup in Saudi Arabia, I'd be trying to hop on a plane, or the UAE, Dubai. I wouldn't mind. It's just Qatar. That's the craziness. That's the politics behind it, and all the officials that were arrested for bribery after that. That's the problem here. How are Qatar leaders going to stop 50-year-old English men and German men from drinking beer? Trust me, they got their ways. I'm sorry, but club over country sucks for him, though. Yeah, I feel bad for Mane. Imagine if he played at the World Cup, and Bayern are a very petty club. Remember what we did to the Dutch? They played Robin injured because they didn't diagnose him correctly, or they did and then just said, all right, we're going to keep playing you. We made them play us and we took the proceeds. They paid us. So they pay for it. Every time they do something, they pay for it. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's just we won't we all understand that the World Cup's important. I do kind of blame Nagelsmann just slightly for overplaying Mane. Because imagine if he didn't, then Mane would be fit, right? Duh. And now you got Senegal's star man who's injured and out of the competition. That really doesn't. That sucks, man. That sucks. To lose 1-0 in the first half. Congrats on 10K subs. We don't have 10K subs yet. We're on our way there. We're certainly growing. So yeah, we're not there yet. Oh, I just realized it's the middle of the night for most of our viewers. Have you seen the allegations about Qatar that bribed the Ecuadorian players 7.1 million per player? Whoa. I have not seen that. I don't know. I have not heard that one. Did you watch the Ronaldo interview? Yes, I'm watching part two. I clicked off after 2 minutes because I don't care. I realized Ronaldo ain't my player. Yeah, Ronaldo's a bum anyways, man. The dude is just he's a narcissist. He has a narcissistic behavior pattern to his life. But to be fair, some of the things he's saying aren't wrong, but it's just this is a conversation that should be had in private. Get out of Man United and then do this. Let's be honest here. The reason he couldn't leave United in the summer was because no one wanted him, and he still thought he was the Champions League. He was trying to go to Dortmund, Bayern, Leipzig. I don't know if he tried Leipzig, but maybe they might take him. Ronaldo should low-key go to a team like Leipzig. He could raise their profile, and they could probably afford his wages. Let's be real here. Leipzig pretends like they're this business structured club, but they're Red Bull. They could pay Ronaldo's wages and bring their billions into club revenue. It kind of evens out. Ronaldo's sitting on an interview talking about how he sold more shirts than Messi at PSG. And I'm just sitting there like, come on, dude. That's not what football's about. But he actually said this in part two. He said to him, football is a business. And you know what? At least he's honest about that. Yeah, what's left there for Ronaldo? No team would take him, in my opinion. What team would take Ronaldo right now? He breaks down every attack. Look, Ronaldinho and Ronaldo Nazario, Ronaldo Phenomenal. These guys will always be good when it comes to first touch. Well, of course, when you're 70, you're not going to have that first touch. But even Zidane on the touchline, Xabi Alonso, they're still going to have their touch. Ronaldo's 37 and he's losing his first touch. But that's not how age works. Zlatan Ibrahimovic is just younger than. Wait, no way Zlatan's older. Zlatan's 41, bro, and he still has his first touch and his dribbling. Ronaldo lost his dribbling and his ability to get past players. Why is that? Because his football attributes always relied on physicality, speed, strength, pace, acceleration. He was a machine, and he just happened to have a decent level of technical ability. But now his physical attributes, which made him who he is, are going. His body's getting slower. He doesn't have the dribbling. Ronaldo's dribbling, when he used to dribble, the last time he completed a dribble, I think Jesus was still on this planet. This dude, he just pushed the ball past players and ran after it, kind of like Mbappe does now. And no wonder Mbappe's idol is Ronaldo. They play the same, just they're volume players. They need accommodation. Mbappe's a striker, but he's not a striker. That's because Neymar is dropping into positions and creating. Messi's creating for him. You got Messi and Neymar, two of the best creators on the planet, or some of the you know what I mean. This dude has Neymar, one of the best playmakers. Messi, in my opinion, the most complete playmaker in history. And he's scoring, and people are surprised. Like, yeah, of course he's scoring. If you have decent finishing ability, Messi and Mbappe and Neymar are going to get you goals. So Zlatan still has his touch, man. Xabi Alonso, at his age, still has that first touch, that magnetic touch. Ronaldo's missing. He has lost, losing his speed and his body. Yeah, he looks good because he's a professional. He's an underwear model. Fair enough, professional. But he was never going to keep his touches, and that's why now you see him declining at a level. You're like, whoa. This is a crazy decline. You looked world class here. Now you look bang average here. It's not Man United because they played for him. Ralph Rangnick built a system around Ronaldo. And now Ronaldo wants to pretend like Rangnick wasn't there. He wasn't doing good. Zlatan has 23 goals. Well, last season, 23 matches, 8 goals, 3 assists. So he's still cooking. Damn, man. Zlatan's not. He's not. Damn. I love that. And he's taller than Ronaldo. George tried to throw in Xabi Alonso like we wouldn't notice. That's because I had a Twitter video that went viral. It was like 41-year-old Xabi Alonso has a better first touch than Darwin Nunez. And this was in the Champions League game. My man's wearing dress shoes and he's touching the ball and just cushioning. Bro, his first touch remained the same. But Ronaldo doesn't have one. I had 1.1 million views on Darwin Nunez's head, man. I love it. I cooked him. I cooked Nunez. I especially want him to stay away from Bayern. Our team has always been about the badge. Ronaldo would make it about himself. He would come in and make it about himself. Who do you think will win the match between Qatar and Ecuador? The opening game, I think has better players, man. Cosido, they have Borre. Wait, is that Colombia? Nah, Borre is Ecuadorian, right? Nah, he's Colombian. Damn, I'm an idiot. Yeah, never mind. I do know Casido plays Moses Casido, so they have a team. But Qatar has them weird players you never heard about, but they're all kind of good. Probably. That's the thing. Yeah, it is going to be interesting. I don't know. I'm not watching. It's at 2 a.m. or something. I'm not watching that nonsense. Did I lose my mind? I have better things to do than sit there and watch Qatar versus Ecuador. I'll watch Ghana play a game. I'll watch Serbia play a game if it's against some other country that no one really cares about, because I know the players on Serbia. Milinkovic Savic, they have Dusan Vlahovic. There's players there that I recognize and I wouldn't mind watching, but I'm not watching Ecuador and Qatar. Nah, I'm not a dummy. Oliver Kahn would knock Ronaldo out if he tried to act up Bayern. Yeah, man, Ronaldo would be seeing blood on his neck, and it won't be his wife from him going down on. Yeah, man. Look, Ronaldo just seems like the type of guy to do that in a menstrual cycle, man. I'll just watch the opening ceremony on Sunday. Yeah, I'll try. I don't know if I can even. I don't even care about that. I might go to Tactical Manager's house, see if I can watch a nice little World Cup, as Speed would call it. But yeah, thank you everyone so much for watching. Mia, send Mia, and peace. Hold on. Rumors Ronaldo to Bayern in January. I tried to do a stream on that yesterday. I just got sidetracked. No. I don't want Ronaldo at Bayern, man. I'd lose my mind. I would lose my mind. Cristiano Ronaldo is not the man I need at Bayern München. I don't need Ronaldo. Ronaldo is not someone I need. Yeah, man. He's a bum. All right. Well, everyone, I'm out. I feel bad for Mane. Terrible thing that happened, but that's the nature of football. All right, let's get out of here. Mia, send Mia, and peace. Plettenberg came out and said that the rumors were false. Yeah, exactly. Bayern bosses aren't stupid. Well, if a cunt tried to show up to talk to CR7, I'm gonna kill him, bro. I'll bite your neck, con. You better not.